The theory of evolution is a cornerstone of modern biology, explaining the diversity of life on Earth through a process known as descent with modification. According to this theory, all living organisms, from the simplest bacteria to complex plants and animals, are related by common ancestry and have changed gradually over countless generations. This process is driven primarily by natural selection, a mechanism first described in detail by Charles Darwin in his landmark 1859 book, On the Origin of Species. Natural selection operates on the principle that individuals within a population vary in their traits, and some of these traits provide advantages in survival and reproduction. Those individuals with beneficial traits are more likely to survive and pass those traits on to their offspring, while less advantageous traits become less common over time. Over many generations, this leads to populations adapting to their environments and, eventually, the emergence of new species. Genetic variation is the raw material for evolution, arising from mutations, gene shuffling during reproduction, and other processes. These variations can be beneficial, neutral, or harmful, but only those that improve an organism's fitness, its ability to survive and reproduce, tend to persist through natural selection. Evolution is not a linear process, rather, it resembles a branching tree, with lineages diverging and sometimes going extinct, while others continue to diversify. The fossil record provides evidence of this branching, showing a succession of forms from simple to more complex and documenting the transitions between major groups of organisms. Comparative anatomy, embryology, and molecular biology further support the theory, revealing deep similarities among seemingly different organisms and indicating shared ancestry. The modern synthesis of evolutionary theory, developed in the 20th century, integrates Darwin's ideas with genetics, demonstrating how genetic changes within populations lead to evolutionary change. This synthesis explains the mechanisms of inheritance and variation, and how these interact with environmental pressures to shape the course of evolution. Evolution is a slow process, often taking thousands or millions of years, but it can also occur rapidly under certain conditions, such as when populations are isolated or environments change suddenly. The theory of evolution has profound implications, not only for understanding the history of life but also for fields like medicine, agriculture, and conservation, where evolutionary principles guide the management of diseases, the breeding of crops and livestock, and the protection of endangered species. In summary, the theory of evolution describes how life has changed and diversified over billions of years through processes like natural selection, genetic variation, and adaptation. It is supported by extensive evidence from fossils, genetics, and observations of living organisms, and it remains one of the most robust and unifying explanations in all of science.